Your child is likely telling you your needs in some way, and often it will get louder until it doesn't. Let's walk and talk about it. My name is Sidell. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I'm an Inspired coach with the Inspired Consulting Group, specializing in parenting coaching, particularly supporting parents who have kids who are struggling with their mental health. Oftentimes, kids don't necessarily have the words to express how they're feeling or what their needs are, but we can see it in their behavior. Sometimes they do have the words, and they will come right out and say, "This is what I need. This is what I want." Blah blah blah. Or their behavior will indicate that there is some need not being met, and oftentimes that behavior can look like quote unquote naughty behavior or bad behavior. But it's really just an expression of some sort of need that's not being met. And often kids will get louder and louder until these needs are met, until they don't, until they learn that their needs are not going to get met, and they just kind of stop. And that's where I get worried. When the behavior or the expression of this need, whether it's an appropriate expression or not, gets louder and louder, we can manage that, right? That is something that is actively happening. We can actively intervene. We are right there with them. It's when your child gets quiet about it. It's when your child has decided that their need just isn't going to be met. They kind of push their needs down, their needs go unmet, and that is when it can really fester and then turn into some really long-term issues. We see it with adults, right? So if you're on your therapy arc, like many millennials are right now, we're recognizing those unmet needs as children that just never were met and went quiet, and we stuffed them down inside, and it turns into kind of long-term issues. So if your child is in a place where they are trying to get their needs met and they're getting louder and louder and louder, now is the time to intervene. Figure out what those unmet needs are, which is much easier said than done, but that's something to absolutely work with. It's when our kids get quiet that I get a little more nervous. And there's always help available, right? There's always hope. There's always help. There's always room for healing. So if you need help, there's always professionals you can reach out to. Find your people, find your village. I do offer coaching services if you're interested, but hang in there. It's hard. Have a good day.